Okay, I'm going to do, I mentioned this a minute ago, and I'm going to give us time to get into some of the bigger names, but Justin Suh, I just talked all about him just a second ago. Really good young player. He's hitting his groove right now. He's a West Coast kid. They're playing on the West Coast. I am penciling him in right now at 6,200 to start the lineup, and then I think we can spend some money from there. I like kind of going inside out, working our way backwards this week as opposed to just starting at the top.
Okay. Well, I'll spend money, but I'm not gonna determine our fate about Bryson just yet. I'm gonna pick Matsuyama, who's 9,900. I think he's a just clear cut slam dunk value play. Love Matsuyama this week for all the reasons I mentioned. Just so good tee to green, and he's good around the greens too. Just hopefully he makes a couple putts this week.
Yeah, I'll buy it. I never don't like Matsuyama, so just just so you know, I think this is more of a putter's course. That said, I'm about to take a guy who doesn't putt well either. As I wrote in my preview this week, I can't tell you how many times over the past 2 years I've been following Joaquin Niemann on Shot Tracker on the PGA Tour app, and it says 177 yards from fairway to 6 feet 2 inches from the hole. And then all of a sudden a par pops up on a scorecard. You're like, come on, man. You were 6 feet. I was already counting you for birdie. But that said, at 8,100, I am plugging in Joaquin Niemann right now.
What's so funny, Jason, because I'm sweating it a little less now. Gotten busy, but I try not to sweat it that much, but inevitably I do. And I have that happen so often, and I get tilted, and then I have to remind myself, dude, I'm taking ball strikers who can't putt. Like, you're signing up for this exact thing. Like,
yes.
You're not signing up for the guy to spray it around and then splash bombs. You're signing up for the guy to, stake a bunch of shots and miss a bunch of putts. So I do that all the time. I like the Neiman pick quite a bit. I think that's really, really sharp.
Can we have Denny McCarthy just putt for Hideki and Joaquin this week?
Well, I was just going to take McCarthy, who I think is a really good play. I had him in FanDuel lineups last week. I like McCarthy a lot this week.
I tell you what, our scramble team's going to be fantastic.
Oh, my gosh.
Joaquin hits some drives out there. We'll let Hideki hit all the approach shots. Denny hits all the putts. And we don't even need
we got Tiger Woods on our hands. We got, prime Tiger. We're set up.
Your favorite golfer. Okay, so we're at 4 of 6 positions filled. We've got 9,000 left. I think we got to figure out the puzzle pieces a little bit here. I'm looking at a guy that I know you really like, but I want to see where if I take him, what does that leave you with? So let's see. I know what price he is. He is at 7,800. That leaves you with 10-3. Ooh, that leaves you with a guy I really like as well.
Let's do that.
And I think you like. So I wanted to throw Cameron Smith in there, who I know you've fucked up at 7,800
of the week. Yeah.
And when we go do that, we have 10,300 left. There's no one at that exact price.
Boom.
But there he is, Tony Finau at 10-2, and this might be my favorite lineup that we've made in a long time.
Well, I just saved it into some contests, so there we go.
Tony Finau, Hideki Matsuyama, Denny McCarthy, Joaquin Niemann, Cameron Smith, Justin Suh. Boy, that's a good one. Boy, I like that.
Yeah, it's
fire that one.
That one is extremely strong.
Yeah, I really like that.
I love the top of that team, and yeah, Cameron Smith we didn't talk enough about. I mean, he sets up really well at this course, and just it's one of those things. Like, you don't have to get too crazy. I mean, course fit and all this stuff matters, but a lot of times people just don't look at how good the golfer is. And Cameron Smith is a really, really good player. And yeah, the top of the field's pretty strong, but where he's priced, he's a much better golfer than where he's priced. So I really like Cameron Smith this week, and I expect him to make some noise just in general going forward. Why are you bullish on him this week?
He's been trending in the right direction. He's got one of the, I'd say, top 10 wedge games in the world. 10 might be pushing it, but if you take out sort of that top tier that does everything so well, the guys that, okay, well, that guy, he's one of the best ball strikers, one of the best wedge guys, one of the best putters, all kind of put together. But you kind of remove the top 10, 15 players in the world. After that, you kind of list everybody based on their wedge game overall, and Cameron Smith is very heavily involved in that conversation. So throwing the fact that he was T13 last year at this event and he's been trending in the right direction, all signs pointing towards him having a nice week this week.
Yeah, I love the current form. And, yeah, you look at his stats. He's only struggled really off the tee, which normally is something I really value. But it's not like he's horrendous. So I like everything else about his game, and his trend is certainly good.